Hello and welcome back to Stretchy Sunday with Johnny Tiger and
Kitten,
Kitten. Uh, uh, Happy birthday to Aslan.
happy birthday to the baby.
Our kitty cat is 3 years old today. Um, so today is September 3rd, 2023. We had a good weekend. I hope you guys enjoy your long weekend. We just came back from sunny, beautiful Nanaimo, visiting friends. Uh, It was awesome. So today we're back and ready to make the next entry in our stretching, more therapeutic oriented video. I figured that you guys get martial arts stuff all year round, while Kitten is here. It's good to get some of her specialties. So today we got a chair set up in the kitchen and Kitten's going to show you guys how to break someone's arm while they're sitting in the chair.
Not quite.
Not quite. Actually, what we're going to be doing is like how to help your partner stretch arms and shoulder. Sometimes you like got this kink in your shoulder or in your tricep or wrist that won't go away, and you don't know what to do about it. And it's actually kind of hard to do it yourself because one thing is that when you try to do it yourself, you're engaging your muscles, and when your muscles are tight, nothing's really working.
Right.
So this is when you have a partner that know what they're doing. Is kind of important to help you loosen things up a little bit. So I will be the dummy and sit in the chair, and I'll give the headset to Kitten so she can talk.
I'm sitting behind the chair.
Okay, here is the headset.
Okay.
Okay, so we're starting with the left arm. That's where the camera is, I guess. Uh, I have a pillow between me and the back of the chair. I'm sitting in the chair backward, like, old detective style. Those are, old detective movies they like to do this, sit in the chair backward. I don't know why. But, yeah, so I'm basically sitting backward in the chair. And I got a pillow between me and the chair, just so it's comfortable. Because I don't have a beer belly to prop me up. That's what I say anyway. Uh,
Regardless if you have one or not, it actually makes more comfortable for the spine.
okay, so what am I doing? Yes.
Okay. First off, we're gonna make sure that the hair gets out of the way, and we're gonna go ahead and relax the neck and shoulder first because the weight of the arm um, usually holds the neck and shoulder down. So to be kind, I'm going to go ahead and use some lotion called Biotone, and I'm going to go ahead and put it right here on where
You're,
you're.
you're, you're welcome, Bioto. Free advertisement. You can send us a check later.
I'm going to go ahead and put the Biotone here
It smells like lavender.
and a lot of other parts that's in the oil. Actually, I'm probably going to want to pull up these sleeves a little. And this is just spreading the biotone, spreading the lotion. Okay, feeling this trapezius muscle, which the origin point is at the back of the head on the left side, goes down the left side of the spine, so the left side of the back of the neck, and comes out along the top of the shoulder where that knot usually is on anybody. And the insertion point would be out here on the AC joint, which, as far as anatomy goes, in layman's terms, it's your shoulder. So that's the beginning and the end. So I'm just warming up the area, so to speak.
If you don't have biotone, you can do it with baby oil. Biotone is better.
Baby oil or lotion. Lotion is actually a bit more thick, so it gives you more comfort. Yeah. So as far as feeling the back of the body, there's a ditch, or it feels like a ditch on people's bodies in between where their spine is and their shoulder blade. So if you, as the person administering the massage, can place your forearm usually more close to the wrist, so the more slender part at the top of their back in that little ditch where in between the spine and the shoulder blade. And all you have to do is get a nice comfortable lunge. It doesn't have to be big. Actually, the shorter, the more stable you can be. Get a bend in both of your knees. And if you lean forward by twisting your hip, that puts pressure into his back without you having to use your energy. And so when you lean forward, put pressure on your wrist, and as you pull your hand back, try to grab the front of his muscle there, which would be the trapezius muscle. So just going back and forth, and that's relaxing that part of the muscle. You can feel free, if you feel secure enough, to travel downward a little bit in between the shoulder blade and the spine. Just be careful to not go over the spine. And so we're going to go ahead and take his hand,
She's taking my left arm.
his left hand, yes, and left arm. I have his left hand in my right hand because I am behind him. And I have his left elbow sitting in my left palm. I'm going to go ahead and place my elbow, not the sharp part, but my elbow and forearm area into the top of his trapezius muscle and bringing his arm back, kind of making a circle with his elbow. It won't be a full circle, but just a rotating motion that allows your elbow to put pressure into his trapezius muscle. Go ahead and hold your arm there. So that relaxes that a little bit. And if you readjust your feet and go ahead and feel where the shoulder blade is and where the spine is, you can go ahead and let your elbow travel down. I'm sorry, did my elbow go somewhere uncomfortable?
No, it was just a very loud pop.
Oh. Did you feel it in your shoulder or in a different part of your body?
I don't know. Right now, I don't feel anything further neck down.
Are you being serious?
No.
Oh, okay. Okay. Um, so that is a nice warm up, the beginning of the shoulder. May I have your left hand? Okay, I believe uh, the camera. The camera is where again?
This way.
That way.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay, so I'm going to. Oh, there's a baby on mommy's chair. Okay.
Well, it's a birthday boy.
The birthday boy is making his debut. So we're going to go ahead and put lotion here, the biotone, and just spreading the biotone.
All up and down my neck on.
So if you've ever wrung a towel out, you notice your hands move in opposite directions. So what you're going to want to do is remember to wring that towel. So your right hand staying around his hand and wrist area, and your left hand can travel up his arm, up his forearm, and then vice versa. You can switch by holding onto his wrist with your left hand and starting with your right hand, move up his forearm and just spreading the lotion out. And then you can place his hand on your shoulder because your ultimate goal with all of this massage is to take the weight of the arm off of the neck and shoulder so that way those muscles can relax. So go ahead and rest the person's forearm on your shoulder. And as you lean, make sure their arm bends and relaxes. These are simple movements that could help. And if you just bring your hands down, sliding down their forearm as if you're squeezing your hands together and letting their hand drop down towards the ground, but you're holding on the whole time. Helps with that. I'm using a little stool on wheels because it's just more practical. I can have more leverage and balance for myself. And,
When you guys do that, make sure your wheel don't run over your partner's foot.
oh my, yeah, definitely. Johnny, have I gone over your feet?
No,
Okay, oh, thank
I'm
goodness.
keeping them retracted like a turtle.
Okay. So by keeping their arm on your shoulder, again, it takes the weight of their arm off of their neck and shoulder so that it doesn't have to do the work. You feel free to go ahead and put pressure. You can get into the shoulder blade here on the side with your fingers. Just kind of relax that out. Okay, this one can be free, wherever you want. And
We are going to the right.
yes, I'm
Then
coming
let
to the
me
right.
switch the camera.
Oh,
Okay, we're going to move the camera so you guys avert your eyes. It's going to be a bit rocky. As I grab this tripod and woo, Change the camera over to this side. I know. Usually I pause it before I do that, but I don't want to grab the headset from kitten and have to navigate the screen. So I'm just doing it the barbaric way this time. So that should be pretty good. There we go. There we go. Now it's filming the right side. Okay.
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 Are you comfortable with your legs?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Then I'm gonna go ahead and stand. That's why I love that stool. And go ahead and since he is wearing a t-shirt, I'm gonna go ahead and get my hand into the arm of his shirt so that I can administer the lotion or biotin on the area that I will be working, which is his trapezius muscle. So along the side of the neck. And then in between the shoulder blade and spine. And just spread the biotone at first, or lotion. Just spreading it. Okay. So I am going to place my arm underneath his arm. Since I'm standing behind him in my lunge with my knees bent, I have his right arm, his right forearm actually, is resting on my right forearm. So his is face down, mine is face up. It's going to make it easier for me to pull his arm back and forward while I'm in this lunge. And I have my left arm on his back, on the right side of his upper back.
And now she's like doing half circle on my arm.
Yes. So my left arm basically is using his body for a placeholder. So I've got it pinned. My left forearm is pinned on his right side of his back. And my right arm has his right arm draped over it. So all I have to do is lean back in my lunge and it pulls his arm back, putting pressure, a little bit of pressure on his back. If I lean forward, I can put more pressure on his back there, but it also takes the weight of his arm off of his body.
And the person being massaged is not supposed to help, right?
Right.
Because it's so instinctual when someone's doing that, like for me to want to try to take the weight of my arm off of their arm because I know my arm's heavy, so uh, you just have to let yourself relax and be as limp as you can be.
Yeah. The reason is because when you help them, it makes it harder for them. They may lose their balance And because they're trying to hold on to the weight of your body, it may even make it to where they pull their own muscle. So, can you notice the difference of me holding on to the weight of your arm?
Yeah.
Okay.
Relaxes my shoulder a lot more.
Yes. Yeah. So placing my left forearm in between your spine and shoulder blade and bringing your arm back creates that stretch with some pressure. So that's just working in that area in between the spine. And I'm going to go ahead and make sure I am stable with this stool. Okay, I forgot where the where the tripod is.
You just chosen the back of your head.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tripod is that way.
Yeah. Would they be able to see me if I come over to your right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, excuse me, I'm passing through. And
Tripod is right there.
okay, so if I stay right here, is this okay?
Yeah.
Is this comfortable for you?
Uh-huh.
You can place your head on your left hand or arm, whatever is comfortable for you, because I'm done with that side.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to go ahead and work on this arm.
Now she's putting lotion up and down my arm. Okay, I'm providing descriptive.
Oh, thank you, because I'm not doing so good at it.
She's holding my hand up like she's trying to get me to wave goodbye.
Mm-hmm.
And she's rubbing lotions on my hand and
In between each finger,
in between each finger.
on the palm as well. Look at the palm. And that wringing of the towel motion, where both hands are going opposite from each other. I have my right hand holding on to underneath his right hand, almost like a handshake. But I have my index finger on the underneath his thumb area, close to his wrist, and I have my middle finger is on the pinky side of his wrist. And that's helping me turn his hand as I have my left hand that is putting pressure on his right forearm and moving up and down. So it's a ringing motion. And then I can go ahead and switch hands. So now my left hand is down towards his wrist and my right hand is working his forearm like you're wringing out a towel. And you can vice versa. So left hand is going up and down, just keeping the constant pressure. So with his elbow on top of my forearm and elbow area, and his hand just hanging over my hand, with my left forearm now is in between that ditch on his right side of his neck. That would be as far as anatomy goes. on the right side of his trapezius muscle. So I'm going to lunge forward, and his right hand is going to go forward. It's going to come up, and I'm going to bring his elbow and hand back a little bit, and then do the same thing. And my left forearm is the part putting pressure as I let my right hand hold on to his right hand, and his forearm came off of mine. So now I can place my elbow right on top of his trapezius muscle, which is that ditch in between the shoulder and the shoulder blade. And then holding on to his right hand with my left hand, I have my left elbow on top of his right shoulder with my right hand underneath his arm, underneath his elbow, not just his elbow, but on the arm part. And I'm going to bring his hand back with his elbow and move it kind of like in a circular motion. And while I'm doing this, it's actually my left elbow is putting pressure into that part of his shoulder right there in between. Getting the stool. Oh, it's over there, right? Where is the? Yeah, it's over there. Okay.
Give the finger.
No. So we're gonna go ahead and do the wringing motion as if you're wringing at a towel. So my right hand is underneath his right hand. My index finger is on the left side of his wrist. My middle finger is on the right side of his wrist. And my hand is underneath his. All I have to do is turn his hand, and then my left hand is going up and down his forearm. I don't even really have to put that much pressure. Just the fact that this is both working in unison does it. Now, putting my left hand holding his right, and my right hand is going to come up his forearm and do the wringing motion. So both hands are wringing like you're wringing a towel. And then just squeeze from the elbow down to the hand, stopping your compression a little bit close to the wrist because everything is so close right there. The veins are very close to the wrist. So working that. Now you can feel free to stand behind the person and just kind of one hand at a time, left hand push forward, right hand pull back. And then if you do your leaning your weight to your left to your right foot, you're switching which side has pressure without you having to actually use the muscles in your hands so much. And then usually it's a nice gesture when you're done to just kind of go put pressure down either side of the spine. Left, right, left, right. And that's a quick way to help alleviate some of the tightness. Johnny, would you say that that did?
Yeah, I like how it helped the wrist and the arms. I just want to say, when you guys do this at home, if you're doing it for your partner, you probably want to just get the person to take off his shirt. That'd be easier. But you know, I just don't want to go shirtless on camera. I'm shy. I'm shy.
He's delicate.
I'm delicate.
Delicate.
Yeah. I'm developing my dad bod. People laugh at me. So if I go shirtless, more of them are gonna laugh at me. Anyway, yeah, whatever. Um, so that is the second episode. We're going to come back again next week, maybe. You want to give me the headset? We are going to come back again next week, and this time we are going to do uh, the last part, which is neck. Neck is scary stuff, so we got to work up to it. It's gonna be like Mortal Kombat. Finish him, crunch. Yeah, yeah, and you see how excited she's getting?
No.
Getting ready to yeah, torture my neck. Anyway, a quick little bit of arm stretching, massage, pretty cool stuff. Uh, Let us know if it's comprehensible, if you guys can understand it, and we'll see you guys later. For now, have a good night. Bye.
Good night. Bye.